Okay, hold on. Okay. What? Manifesting, Maven. Oh my God, I couldn't even talk there for a minute. How are you? Oops. I hope you're fabulous as I readjust here. I hope you're fabulous as I readjust here. Okay. Hello. I have roughly like little less than 45 minutes. Then I got a call, so I'll have to go. Just a few notes. Is it notes? Announcements? If you have emailed me for an emergency call, don't panic. If you have not heard from me yet, as not going to respond to those until I am sure I can fit you in within the scheduled time, right? Because emergencies are kind of like a immediately kind of sessions. So don't panic. I see them. Yeah. So don't panic. I'm coming for you. What else? No, there was something else. It'll come to me. Good morning. Rachel, is it not afternoon for you? Too? Ooh. Well, thank you, beautiful bestie Helen. Thank you. Bad Kitty, please be on the lookout for an email from me. Be on the lookout. Be on the alert. And I realize you didn't say anything like that, but you're on my mind, so. Oh, Ollie, thank you very much. Kim, need help with manifesting weight loss. Okay, Ollie, who are you? Who are you? Who do you really believe you are in this moment? What reality are you more aware of? The reality of you need to drop a few? Or the reality of you being in that lovely, sexy, sassy, saucy body you'd like to be in? So based on the question, you're probably very aware of the reality where you are an old self. So first thing is get out of the mirror. Literally, get out of the mirror, get off the scale. Put your focus on being the you that's in the body you already love, right? You love yourself inside and out. See yourself as like melting. The weight is just melting off of you. You can't believe how quickly you're losing weight. You're the self that doesn't have to concern themselves with gaining weight. That's who you are. It's all about awareness. That version of you exists, right? It exists. It has to, or you wouldn't have been able to even think of that. So put your focus over there. But I meant it when I said get off the scale, unless getting on the scale feels good to you. But if it frustrates you because you're not seeing the numbers, then stay off of it. That to me would equate to checking the 3D, right? If I would tell someone manifesting a specific person to stop going to their social media and losing your shit because they like to post to somebody else, that's the same idea. Stay off that damn scale unless it feels good, right? Unless no matter what that number says, you're giving it that meaning that, oh my God, I'm so happy I weigh that. I'm so happy that's my, whatever. I look amazing. Got it? Okay. Summer, member for 19 months. Furious and trying not to spiral. BBL was supposed to visit this weekend and hasn't said anything to me all week. Feeling super down, like, how am I a pretty girl and men flake on me? What the fuck is this? Oh, good, just ready for my person. Okay. So, Summer, BBL SP, you haven't heard from them yet. When authentically did it start entering your mind that you haven't heard from him? You haven't heard from him. So therefore, he's probably not coming this weekend. When did that start? Can you hear how you are strongly identifying with the 3D reality that you don't want to be in? Do you see it? Do you hear it? You believe with, let's say we had a faith tank. Your faith tank is this reality, the reality where you get flaked on. Right? You believe that. It must be that. I'm glad that you described yourself as a pretty girl. So I think the idea of you loving yourself, I'm assuming, is there. Right? It's not a question. You know you're beautiful. But you're still seeing yourself as that not good enough, not treated well, not the girl that, gets the guy or gets the attention that you're looking for. That identity. So using like that movie example I used yesterday, like the actress Molly Ringwald. Right now, let's say you're believing you're still Sam from 16 Candles, where you're meant to be, because of what you want to experience, her character Andy in Pretty in Pink. You're still playing Sam. You're still identifying with Sam. But that movie was created. It's all done. You're done living it. The movie's over. You very much want to be living as Andy in Pretty in Pink. Well, in the ending, when she gets her guy. Right? So the idea is to consume yourself, a bit of exaggeration, with your character role, your identity as Andy. Okay? Now, granted, I hope giving all the movie names didn't make that more confusing, but we're only ever showing up as actors and actresses playing different characters that we choose. Or if it makes it easier, think of it as different alter egos of the one Kimberly or the one Summer. So don't judge yourself. Don't be frustrated with yourself. But think about it. What character are you really stepping into right now? We don't need, I know that we want, but we don't need 3D evidence or validation or that 3D proof that you're really Andy in Pretty in Pink. But if we're still looking at 3D reality and then getting frustrated, getting annoyed, getting pissed because it still appears that the movie set of 16 Candles is still hanging around, then based on how this works, we've got to stop calling it the 16 Candles show or movie. It might look like the movie set of 16 Candles, but we are hell-bent on being the set or on that set of Pretty in Pink. So when we look out into the 3D and we see what we used to call or we used to perceive as the 16 Candles movie, we've got to, and I don't actually mean do this as in, we got to let all the other characters know, oh, no, I'm Andy from Pretty in Pink. That's who I am. I'm on the Pretty in Pink set. My focus and attention and awareness is on the Pretty in Pink movie set. I'm not on that 16 Candles movie anymore. That's not where I am. It's not who I am. I'm Andy from Pretty in Pink. Do you see what I mean? If we keep resonating with the reality that we don't want to be aware of anymore, if we keep looking out the window, right? The eyeballs, the window. If we keep looking out here and declaring, now get it, listen, I just want to say too, I know this can feel like a riddle or like manifestation fuckery when you feel so strongly that what you're experiencing is really what you're experiencing. Like, I believe you. I believe you haven't heard from them yet. I believe you. That's where the riddle comes in. I know that's what I believe I'm physically experiencing. I'm not crazy. I have not heard from him yet. I believe you. But we know that's not the reality you want to be in, so we got to stop resonating with it. We got to stop identifying with it. We got to stop believing I'm still Samantha from 16 Candles when all I really want to be is Andy. So I'm fucking Andy. I'm Andy. And I don't need the 3D to tell me I'm Andy. I tell the 3D that I'm Andy. I tell it. I have to keep reminding myself when I'm forgetting that I'm Andy from Pretty in Pink. Do you see what I mean? Do you see what I mean? No more 16 Candles. Only Pretty in Pink. Okay? So I understand the logical, literal being frustrated. I wouldn't like it either. And I'm not going to pretend or lie to you that, yeah, I wouldn't like it. I would think it was very, very rude. Rude behavior. I am aware of that. But I also know that is not something that I'm going to allow that I put back on the wrong movie crown. I'm not going to allow it. I don't have to like it. I don't have to pretend to be okay with it. But I'm certainly not going to let that stupid ass man tell me that I'm still in 16 Candles. Not going to happen. No, I don't care. Doesn't matter. I know who I'm choosing to be. Bring the awareness back. Don't let the 3D tell you you're not who you are choosing to be. If we wait or rely solely on what the reflection, the 3D world is telling us or telling you, if we rely on that, we're going to stay in that same feedback loop of always being Samantha from 16 Candles. See what I mean? I hope that helped. Hawkeyes, thank you very much. The cancer is aggressive and has moved to my cat's lungs. He has 3 to 6 months to live. I am so devastated. Oh my God. What is going on, Hawkeyes? What is going on? Okay, first of all, what are we doing here? What are we going to choose? Because I don't want to force you in a direction. I don't want to force you into a manifestation. I want you to choose for yourself. But miracles happen every day. And you are aware of how many successful cancer manifestations we've had. So I wouldn't want you to give up if you didn't want to. Give up on healing. He's been doing chemo and it has not helped after they amputated his leg. I've been crying and crying. Well, okay. You've been crying and crying. That's okay. We know that. It's okay to have emotions, fears, doubts. It's okay. It's okay. What do we want for the kitty? Think about that. Think about what do you want? and try your best. And I know it is not easy when you are facing something terrifying. Okay, I'm not pretending it's easy. Try to focus on him feeling peaceful, happy, healed. Peaceful, happy, healed. Who says something can't flip around and suddenly he is responding well? Who says? Kim, I know better, but it's hard not to react. That's why right now in this moment, you're going to decide that it doesn't matter that you reacted. It doesn't matter. You've got to give yourself that permission to. Every single version of you exists, including the version of you who emotionally reacts and still gets what she wants. That version or that reality exists. Choose that version of yourself. You have to be the person, the consciousness, the part of consciousness that gives yourself that permission. And keep returning to that. I can have a shitty day. I can react. I can cry. And I can still get what I want. It can still happen. Just got to remind yourself of that. But only you can give yourself that permission. And I know, listen, I know you're probably just like me, Hawkeyes, and your kitty is not your friggin' pet. It's your child. And I know poop is mine. So I totally relate. And as a mama, we want to do everything we can for our babies. So beating yourself up, that's not what we need to do right now. No, it's okay if you're getting upset. It's okay. That doesn't mean you can't be the version of yourself that is living her happy life with her happy, healed, whole kitty. Things turn around all the time. So-called miracles, and I'm calling them so-called miracles because really they're manifestations, happen all the time. Unexplainable healings or disappearances of cancer happen more often than we are aware of or that we think. And this group, this little community over here is the perfect example of cancer is mysteriously leaving, unexplainably leaving, disappearing. So just because it's kitty doesn't mean they can't have that same experience. There's a reality where kitty spontaneously got rid of cancer. I don't want you being hard on yourself. Fuck the vet. That radiology was wrong. My cat is perfectly healthy, living his best life. I'll get the tears out because I'm still having a human experience. That's right. And you can still have a human experience. You can still, meaning by the human experience, meaning emotions, feelings. You can still have them and be in a different reality. That can still happen. It has to be true because all realities exist. All realities do. All versions of you. Infinite versions of you. Keep returning to that. Oh, dear. My heart is with you, Hawkeyes. My heart is with you. Limitless Queen Batch, thank you very much. Just wanted to send you some love. I'm sending you some love. Love you, Batch. I love you too. And thank you for everything you do for us. The calendar should be afraid its days are numbered. We needed a little dad joke right now, I think. That was perfect timing, as reality always is. Perfect timing. even when it doesn't feel like, right? Even when it doesn't feel like things are happening perfectly, they are. The beauty of this is we don't ever have to accept no for an answer unless that's the answer we're looking for. Even when things look scary, things are still rolling into your favor. Always. I love you, bitch. And I'm pretty sure there's a fucking fly in here. If you're new to my channel, then you're probably not aware that I am completely grossed out on all levels by flies. And I can't sit still and just ignore it when there's one in my house. I can't. I'm sorry, so it's distracting me. No, that fly fucking gets the fuck out of my house. Okay. Just saying. Manifesting Maven, member for 10 months. Hey, Kim, love you. Love you too. The unfolding these last few days has been wild. I don't know what to ask about. Maybe a chat about linear time. Thanks. Okay. It doesn't really exist. There. How is it? We think and judge really just frames of experiences, or we could call them memories if you'd like, or different realities, which really are just frames until your awareness is on it. We experience it or we explain it. Let me word it like that. We explain it away, the different experiences, through the concept of linear time or the construct of linear time. But we are not limited by that linear time because all time is now. Everything is happening now in the present moment. Now, always. My favorite example of what, from my perspective, I like to think it looks like is from the movie Interstellar. I've shared it in a video not too long ago where he's looking through the frames of moments of his daughter's bedroom where she's intermingling with her bookshelf. And he's sending the message through the bookshelf. But he had to find the right frame or the moment of time, linear time, to send the message through so she would get the message. Okay? Sorry if that just ruined the movie for anybody, but it's my favorite. You ever notice when I like something, I always say, it's my favorite. I just saw it. I have goosebumps now. I have goosebumps. Anyway, so my favorite part about that, the idea of, dealing with linear time, let me say, is that I love the idea that everything exists now. And if there is a past experience, what we would label, we 3D human would label as a past experience, I love knowing that I don't have to necessarily choose for myself a past experience anymore if I find it to be unfavorable or something I would prefer wasn't what we humans call our history, our past. I love that. I really don't know why I love that. It's one of my favorite ideas of, I guess it's because it makes me feel even more limitless, right? It's just another idea or concept, perception on manifestation that I love because I just think it adds to, like I said, the limitlessness of us all. And there are so many people, and I was one of those people that felt limited because of past experiences, right? Especially when I first found manifestation, and my understanding at that time was it was my limited beliefs that were, they were ruining my life, so I had to fix them all. in order to see change, because that was my understanding of it at the time, not realizing I could have just put my awareness on the me I wanted to be, the me that didn't have that shit history, blah, blah, blah. And I think it was maybe Vadim Zeland. I think it was Vadim Zeland that said, you know, that one of the reasons why past memories, why they might feel so believable or difficult to decide, wasn't your experience or wasn't a part of, you know, the timeline you were on, whatnot, is because, now granted, this is his idea of what reality works like, or realities, that it's, you know, it's in a sector that's closer to the sector that you're currently embodying, right? So the sector within the absolute. So I love that idea too, because doesn't that aid, I think, or help explain why when we are deciding that we didn't have a certain experience in our past, that we can make a new decision for ourselves as far as who we are choosing to be, right? Because I'll just make up an example here. Like if you had a traumatic experience in your childhood that you don't think lended to favorable aspects or attributes about yourself, and you wish you had had a different experience, let's just say you had a magical childhood, whatever, I love the idea of, well, yeah, I don't have to keep choosing that was my childhood. And yeah, because of our logical thinking, you know, maybe the thoughts come in of, well, yes, you did. Why do you see such a perfect, clear picture of that experience? Blah, 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 blah. Well, like I said, you know, Vadim Zeland said, you know, well, it's because it's in a sector closer to the sector you believe you're in. It's just, I love it. I love it. We are limitless. And kind of like going shopping, you can shop, we want to call it the universe or the ether, the absolute. You get to shop and pick and choose your past experiences and the who you are now. Because everything is right now, past, present, future. I just love it. But you know what I wish? I wish I could hear your voice and we could banter back and forth. That would be more fun to me. Also, friend, wait. Oh, you must have been telling me what you experienced this week. Let me see if I can find more. Damn, it's not letting me go back very far. All I see is also friends. I manifested 3 unrelated, random, specific people to show up in my reality like days later. All this week, specific people are easy. Oh, I know they are. And I believe you had those experiences. Isn't it fun, exciting, pleasurable when you experience synchronicities like that? Or we could call them movement, or, you know, or what do you want, like signs and things like that you're really manifesting your reality. That's what synchronicities are to me. Doesn't it excite you? Hey, I was just thinking about this person, this specific person. Boom, they show up in reality or show up in my day-to-day life. Hi. You know, or for anybody that still thinks those are just coincidences, how many just coincidences do you think there are? Well, you know, again, it is what you believe to be true will be true for you in your reality, but still, come on. It's magical. It feels wonderful. I know, listen, the only reason why people doubt is because they're stuck in a habit of being a plain old version of themselves. If you would just allow yourself to just give in to that temptation, to try it, to test it. Oh, I think it's so exciting. So 3 times, yay. Doesn't it excite you? Anyway, all right. Eric going global. Thank you very much. Not actually my first super, just a new channel. Well, then I thought we had this conversation before because I thought I made you. I wonder if I can do it from here. Let me see if I can do it from here. I thought I made you a moderator, Eric. Hold on. Okay. So not actually my first super, just a new channel. I love you and so damn zhuzhed after last night's video. I need to speak in the group more. I agree. And the zhuzh too, we experienced in our hot seat membership group today. That we had a zhuzh session this morning. The channel memberships are zhuzhing. They're all zhuzhing, especially when we're all talking, sharing, and bantering about our experiences. Granted, like I've said before, that hot seat group comes with a trigger warning if you get triggered by hearing other people's circumstances, but it's not always just shitty circumstances in that group. We had more than one person, Eric included in that took one of their turns to share nuggets and experiences, not a circumstance. So that happens in the hot seat too. We had Keisha giving us an amazing one last week. It happens all the time. The memberships are zhuzh. That's all I'm going to say. They are full of zhuzh. Yeah, Rhonda, I agree. Ooh, Tammy, I just lost you. I'm sorry. Hold on. There we go. Tammy, thank you very much. Hi, Kim. How to make the decision to be new self. It is a conscious thought, Tammy. It's a conscious thought. Think about it like this. Ask yourself what if questions. Literally, what if questions. And watch as you, all right, so for example, ask yourself, whatever it is you're manifesting. I'll use the example of, a person, manifesting a specific person. What would it be like? How would you feel? What would your day-to-day life look like? Those are more than one question, but if you already had it, if you were already living with that person or in that relationship, what would it look like? And you'll probably notice that thoughts start following that initial question or your initial response to that question. Your thoughts follow. So I said this in the channel membership today that you're already equipped to consciously manifest. So how to choose your new self? Well, what is new self to you? What are you manifesting? What do you want your life to look like, your new reality? And you get to keep all the things you love about your current reality too. But it's really just a conscious thought. So when you ask yourself that question, what would life be like? And thoughts follow. That's you in that moment, utilizing your imagination, which is choosing your new self, your new identity. I hope that helps. Because it really is that simple. I know it's not always easy, especially if you're someone that is very used to doing a lot of different techniques. It can be hard to accept, believe, or trust that it can be that simple, but it really is that simple. It really is that simple. Monica N., thank you very much. Hi, Kim. Can you please talk about coaches or people telling you you have to be perfect and healing? Do healing sessions to get what you want. Once you do all that, then universe will reward you. Oh my gosh. That is so absolutely unequivocally not true. So yeah, I can talk about it. Yeah, if you are experiencing anyone telling you that you have to do a healing session in order for the universe to give you your manifestation, that is total bullshit. Total bullshit. We manifest, right? Whatever the hell we want. And for what it's worth, you're manifesting your everything every day, whether you are consciously wanting to do it or not. You're doing it unconsciously. So when you want a manifestation, most of the time I get asked about love or a specific person. When you want that in your life, to bring it into physical 3D reality is to become aware of already being the you or the identity version of self that has it. Or the way I say it, at minimum, in the reality that you will have it. We don't have to get hung up on words. But I know that there are people out there who believe that you must heal. And from their perspective, they probably really believe that to be true, so they experience evidence of that being true. But all I can say is, heal what? Heal what specifically are we healing? Your consciousness, right? I'm consciousness, your consciousness. You are aware of being a self, whatever your name is, right? Whoever's watching. So, Monica, I'm talking to you. Your consciousness, aware of being or choosing to experience physical 3D reality as Monica. I'm the same exact consciousness that you are. My little corner of consciousness is choosing to have the experience through Kimberly. And then from there, we're even making another choice as we're choosing a specific version of Monica, a specific version of Kim. So when we believe we have to heal, that is a version of you. That's an actual identity. The version, and I'm just using you as the example, Monica. The identity Monica who believes to change reality, she must heal. She must do a healing process. But there's a version of Monica who is aware that she is conscious and she's conscious awareness and can move that awareness to a self that realizes, that comes into the knowing. You just have to move your awareness, become aware, expand the awareness to bypass all that kind of stuff and hop to the new identity, to the new self. It is only because the person who is in the awareness of needing to heal, it is only because they are in the awareness of being just one self, just one identity. Not being aware of being an infinite self, infinite versions of self, infinity. How can you be aware of being infinite, but believe this one self has to go through a healing process in order to make change? Again, there is a version of every one of us, I'm sure. If I can think it, it exists. So there's a version of me out there who thinks she's got to go on a healing process. And for what it's worth, I inhabited that version when I first found manifestation. But all it is a consistent feedback loop of healing. That self, that's a habit. Just like the self, when you first found manifestation, was in the habit of thinking life just happens to you. See what I mean? It isn't true. And just for the sake of saying, let's say you're someone that, we can use me. Let's say 2 days ago, I was having a shitty day. I was responding emotionally to 3D, crying, just not wanting to do anything, crying, thinking life sucks. Okay? And now, let's say, all right, 2 days later, I'm this Kim. I'm in a great mood. I know who I am. I think life is amazing because I know I'm manifesting everything I want. And I'm happy. Was there a requirement of me that I have to heal whatever I was hurting over in that moment in order to get to this version of me? No. My awareness shifted. Can you all still hear me? Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. I see I'm frozen. Do you guys see me? You can hear me? Can you see me? Am I moving? Because I'm frozen on my end. Damn it. Here, no, see. I don't know why you can't see me. Oh my God. Now, you know damn well. There we go. Can you see me now? Can you see me now? Now, you know damn well I texted him and told him, you don't have to call. Because he calls me on the way home from work. You don't have to call. I'm going to do a live stream. I love you, and I'll see you when you get home. You know he fucking called anyway. And I'm going to play this back so he can see what happened. What I should have did was answered it on my watch, and then y'all could have heard us bantering. Anyway, I don't even remember what I was saying. No, you do not have to heal to manifest. You don't have to heal anything. Think about what you think you're healing. We're healing a feedback loop. You're healing awareness. I'm being sarcastic. It's healing nothing. It's awareness shifts. That's it. Awareness shifts. That's it. Okay? Anyway, damn it. What? He can't get enough of me. No. I can't get enough of him. But I still wasn't planning on talking to him because I was going live, for God's sakes. Then I told him, and I have a call from 3 to 4. He loves me. Anyway, I have to go. I have a minute. I have a call. Sorry it wasn't a longer live. I'll try to stay on longer next week. But I do love you all. You really don't have to stress over your manifestations. I know that's easy for me to say because I'm on this side. I know, I get it. But I wasted a lot of linear time stressing over dumb shit. Wasted time. Wasted linear time. You just have to make a decision and keep choosing it. And live your life, too. Live your life. Because it's moving and grooving to bring you to what you want. It really is. You don't have to figure out how. If you have no idea, if you think it's absolutely impossible that your manifestation could come, guess what? It's not your job, and nothing is impossible for pure unadulterated consciousness. If you believe that's God, great. Universe, great. Nothing is impossible for that. Nothing. And guess what? You are that. Okay? I mean it. Try not to stress over logical thoughts. Okay? All right, I better go. I love you all. I'll see you all